I have to start today's message with a bit of a story. I'm going to start with a story, wrap up the importance of it and the value that's in it. There was a time I was a part of a chamber of commerce. This is when I had my business in the health and wellness industry. So understand, please, Absolute Training Center is about well-being, but it's also about family, business, which is money and finances, and your overall life. So understand that it's all four, okay? It's not just well-being. I have to highlight that because at this particular time, the business I had was only about health and wellness. And I'm at a Chamber of Commerce meeting and we get 30 seconds to stand up and introduce ourselves and say something about our business. And so I stood up because I've worked with so many people that want to be healthy and well. They want to lose weight. They want to be a certain size. They want to feel better. Overall, people just want to feel better, period. Feel better about themselves. Feel better in a pair of jeans, whatever that is. People just want to feel better. And so I stood up and I said, do you guys want the secret to actually losing weight? And of course, I had everybody's attention right there. It's like, and all I said was, stop justifying why you eat what you eat. It's like, ouch, Andrea, that's a little bit of a hard delivery. And yet at the same time, it is true. And that's what I want to talk about is justification. Because we all do it. And I don't want you to do it. I don't want me to do it. I don't want any of us to do it. But what happens when we justify? We explain why it's okay that we didn't do the right thing. That's really what justification is. We are all guilty of this. Especially, it's like you set that vision, you've cast that vision for 2022. And so I don't want you to get to the end of 2022 or even the end of October and justify why it's okay that you haven't followed through with what you said you wanted. No, I do not want that for you, friends. I want you to recognize it for what it is. It's settling for status quo. It's settling for, well, it wasn't that bad at point A. And I'm like, are you kidding me? If you have a vision for yourself, I already know that vision for yourself is better than, that point B is better than point A. I already know that. You know that. So it's understanding and not settling, because that's what happens is we want to, it's like, well, it's not that bad where I am, so we're just settling. We're settling for status quo. We're settling for what we always know. We're settling for the familiar. We're in denial for what we actually want, and we're not recognizing what's actually going on. That's what's happening. And I don't want that to happen to you, to me, to any of us. And so it's recognizing, it's like, wait, when you hear yourself justifying, it's like, whoa, wait a second, I hear it now. This is the thing. I need to shine a spotlight on it. Otherwise, people don't pay attention to this stuff. They don't pay attention to how much they actually justify. I'm guilty of all of it. I can't say that I want to have an incredible marriage and cut my husband down all the time and justify in my thinking why it's okay that I did that. I'm not going to have a great marriage. I'm justifying why I cut him down. That doesn't work. It doesn't work for anybody. I can't set a goal for myself that's out here and then justify why this is okay or justify why I didn't get there. Oh, well, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. All of that stuff happens to all of us. That's why I want you to become stronger in your thinking and in your understanding and pay attention to what's the record you're playing through your thinking, because that's what always needs to change. Our thinking, I like to say it as a record, because sometimes like the record, it just is like, it skips. It keeps repeating. It keeps going around and around. And because our thinking leads to our understanding, which is what's in our heart. It leads to what we actually know is true. What we know is right. And that's why if I was to go back to my Chamber of Commerce story, it's so true. It's like, what's the secret of weight loss? Well, stop justifying why you eat the way you do. Seems kind of simple. It was a little harsh. I get it. But yet at the same time, it's so true. Why don't we get to where we want? Because we justify we aren't honest with ourselves about what we actually want, we lose our focus. That's all it comes back to. That's why it's so important to continue to highlight and talk about where are you going? What's point B look like? Get so clear on what that looks like that you won't justify anything other than that.